Man, I have been waiting to talk about this light, and I finally got one. So let's get into it. Lumintop LM10 copper. Let's go. So this is going to be your Lumintop LM10 in copper, of course. You do get a few different variations that you can choose from if you can find them. Titanium, stainless, bronze, copper, or bronze? Brass. Copper, they come in different colors. You can get different emitters. There's all different kinds of things for this guy. So I picked this one up on Amazon, and it was $100 on Amazon. And I was looking at it, and I was looking at it, and I've been waiting, and I was like, man, if this thing ever goes on sale, I'm gonna buy it. And I just happened to check it one day, and there was a 25% off coupon, so I picked it up for $75. And I'm hoping it was totally worth it. I love the look of it. It's copper, so it's already worth it to me. So the specs on this guy are kind of all over the place, depending on where you look. I see turbo is like 2800 lumens, something to that effect. And if you go to Lumintop's website and you look at the like the features or the description, they say 1,000 lumens to 5,000 lumens. I don't know. And little disclaimer, I did open the box. I have not turned on the light. I have not put a battery in the light. But when I got it, it was like this. It was just open in the box. So I opened it up just to check it. This was sealed with one of your just one of your normal like copper uh, vacuum seals, and I took it off because it looked like there was like black spots all over it, and I was kind of worried at one point because it looked like there was almost like mold on it. But turns out it all just wiped off. It was all just part of the packaging, I guess. I don't know. So a couple extra gaskets. Let me find, my desk is super cluttered. So here you go. Insert battery from the head. Don't disassemble the tail. Have fun with your light. So we'll remember that for in the future. And here is your crazy instructions. So I've done some reading on this light, and the instructions are a little intimidating, but we're gonna see what we can figure out. This thing has a lot of modes. It runs on the Enduro software. Yeah, there you go. There's the Enduro UI. So we may not try to decipher all of this. We might just treat this as a normal unboxing, and then once I use this a little bit more, then we'll maybe do a full review, and I'll talk a little bit more about the software. So we'll see where we end up. So pause if you want to read any of this. This thing is massive. So what we'll do is set this to the side because I may or may not need it again. Who knows? Okay, so getting into the light itself, here's your pocket clip hardware, here's your pocket clip, beast of a clip, and here is your light. And she is heavy, and I am pretty certain that it does not have a battery. Yeah, this thing is heavy for not having a battery. So what we'll do first, let's just go ahead and do some size comparisons, and then we'll put this clip on, and then we'll get a weight. Where is my, there it is. So this thing is just shy of 4 inches. And size comparisons, I'll put it up next to the Warrior Mini so you can see she is a big light, and she is thick too, man. It's got those 3 emitters. Can't wait to try that out. There's your tail switch. Got a spot for 3 tritium vials. So continue with the size comparisons. So I'm super stoked about this light. My boy No Mercy is a super bad influence. I talked to him a lot about flashlights. I mentioned him on here a couple times. Same thing with Dan. And man, Lumintop. So Warrior Mini, and then here is next to the Baton 3 Pro Max, and then we'll do my Raylight Pineapple, new pickup there. Loving this light. This thing is great. We'll throw in a i5T copper that I shipwrecked myself. Did a video on that as well. And then here is an i3T. And we'll just do a couple more. Let me move both of these. Here is your Lumintop and your Ace Beam. There and there. Here we are. And just for fun, we'll throw in a couple smaller lights for anybody that carries smaller lights and want to see the big difference here. So here is an i3E. And here is your Baton 3. So that gives you an idea of how big this thing is. So this thing is, and it's weighty, man. Even without a battery, because this does take 18650 batteries. And I have one charging, but I'm going to use an Olight battery today to test this thing out. So here we go. 6 ounces. So here's your Warrior Mini. There you go. Just to give you an idea. So this thing's got some weight, and I like it. I like it. Is it weird to carry both of these lights every day? This thing has a huge sentimental factor to me, and I love this light, so I can't give it up. I love carrying it. Patina's starting to turn out great. But, oh man, I am so stoked to try this light too. So, let's take a look at the light real quick. And then we got my grimy little fingerprints all over there. LM10. So this is the Lumintop 10th anniversary light. And I just felt on my finger. Where did I feel that? Oh, right there. There's a little something something. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. You can kind of see it right there on the edge. A little bit of a sharp point. Like I said, I don't think it's so tiny. It's a little sharp though, kind of where they where they knocked it down. So let's see. Let's get this pocket clip on here. Tools. There they are. Okay. So these look like they are super small. Oh my god. All right. Let's put those right here. Little tray. And here we go. We can see these are some sort. Oh, I don't think that's, well, you know, it would be nice if it's a T6. It is a T6. Okay. So that is nice. So let's go ahead and put this together. And before I do that, let's just see if we... Nope, not going to work today. Okay, that's fine. So, let's see if I can figure out the best way to do this is... My hands are so big for little tiny screws like this. Alright. I'm going to try to do this the easy way since my little screwdriver is not magnetized. Okay. And then we'll put in the second one. Alright. I love it when you get something new and I have to assemble it. It's my favorite. Okay, cool. So a couple things about pocket clips with this guy. I'm just going to do hand tight. There we go. Okay, looks straight to me. So a couple things about this guy. This light is pretty sweet when it comes to aftermarket, or I guess I shouldn't say aftermarket, Lumintop produces them, but parts. They have all kinds of things. So you can get what they call turbo gaskets. They're glowing gaskets that can go by the LEDs, so you can get a lot more. Just, you know, anybody who likes glow in the dark, which I do myself. You got the spot on the back for 3 tritium vials. You have some spots here on the side for more tritium vials. And man, there is all kinds of stuff you can buy for this to just do all kinds of neat little things. I think that's super cool. And if we look inside, I didn't really go over that a whole lot, so we'll do that real quick before I shove a battery in there. There's your gasket or your O-ring. We did get a couple, where'd they go? Like I said, we got a couple of those. Same with the reds. And those turbo gaskets that you can get for your LEDs for glow in the dark and stuff, you can get them in all different colors. So I myself would probably go with like your normal green, but everybody's different. So it just, you can customize it a little bit more even that way. Like I said, titanium pocket clips, there's all kinds of cool stuff. All right, so whenever so did you see it flash? I was gonna say, whenever you put a battery in, this will flash and it lets you know if it has power. Oh man, this thing is tight. I can't even get the battery in. Oh god. All right. Is that tube removable? No. So let's try a different. I've got another 18650 here. This is a Moly cell 18650. The OLED 18650s might be too tall. And nothing on that. All right. And this one is charged. So, it does go down far enough. Oh god, this thing is so hard to get off. There we go. Love it when I have battery problems. So 18650, it just says to use an 18650, and I've got 2 different variations of 18650s here. I guess I could try a third. I do have an Ohm Life 18650 here. And I know it's not supposed to be a protected cell, so like we can use unprotected cells too, I guess. Let's see. Still nothing. Oh, fun. Okay. I wouldn't assume I'm doing it the wrong way. I did get a blink from... Yeah, no, I didn't think so. I did get a blink from the OLED cell, but it did not... It's seeming like that's too large, maybe? Let's see. What else do I got laying around my desk? Alright. Come on, don't fight with me. Yeah, that's a 21. That's too big. All right, so I'm gonna play around with the batteries for a second, and then we'll cut back to the video once I figure out how to get this thing a battery to power this, because I've got 3 different sizes of 18650s and it's not turning on. So let me work on it. I'll be right back. All right, so apparently the cells that I was using, like say this Molly cell here, even though that it's listed as unprotected, the light doesn't like it. So I just grabbed one of my just green Samsung batteries, and that did it. So just a basic Samsung 18650 is all it needed. I was hoping I wouldn't have to use one of those and I could use one of my better cells, but I just didn't have one in here with me. I had to go out into my living room and grab one. So yeah, so I'm an idiot. It's not unknown to everybody else. Okay, so this whole Anduril system that's on here, it has a lot of programming features. There's a lot of cool things that you can do. I'm not going to go crazy with trying to figure them out. Like I said, on here, if we look at, oh gosh, where is it? So that is in not English. So if we look at this, here you go. Here's your bat symbol and all that good stuff. So here is the UI. Just for anybody who wants to read that, that'll tell you a little bit more about the UI. See, I don't know. The cells I was using, it says they're compatible, but apparently they're not. So you have a couple different options here when you're using this guy. If you click and hold, you enter Moonlight, and there's your Moonlight. And this thing does have a smooth ramping system. So if I click and hold, there we go, it ramps up, and there you are. And it does have small blinks that will indicate what level you're at, and it does have a memory function. So whatever you end up at, you can tap again to smooth ramp down, and then when you turn it off, turn it back on, you're back where you left it. So I do like that feature. I like that I can click and hold to get my Moonlight, and if you click and hold, you can also just go straight into ramping. So that's cool. That is a cool feature. We'll do a full deep dive review into this once I've had some hands-on with the Anduril UI. This is my first light that has that, so I'm not going to try to figure all that out on camera. I just wanted to actually do the unboxing and the first power up on camera, and then of course double click to go to your turbo. Your turbo from Lumintop says it only lasts in bursts of, I think it said like 10 seconds, and then after 10 seconds it'll ramp down, and that's just to avoid overheating. And Lumintop even says, turbo is not meant to be used all the time, so they let you know. I mean, I've seen some videos of people that do this where they have it on turbo, and the turbo kicks off after about 10 seconds, and like, what's going on? That's part of it. You're not supposed to use turbo for long periods of time. Go to Moonlight again. This emitter is super nice. I wish it was more of the warm white, like this guy, but I do like the brightness of this. This thing is crazy bright. And if let's see, I have my cell out of, actually we can just use the Baton 3 Pro Max. Here we go. So if we take our Baton 3 Pro Max, put her on turbo, and then turbo the Lumintop, there you are. There's the difference between the two. And then Moonlight. Here we go. So here's your Moonlight. Nice. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this light. I can't wait to learn a little bit more about it. It does have a lot of nice features, and the Anduril system looks like it is pretty customizable for everybody. Strobes, SOS, bike blinking. Really, it's even got like a thunderstorm or lightning mode type deal. I mean, it's got all kinds of cool stuff. It's IPX8, so it is waterproof. I believe it was 30. What did I read? 30 meters. 30 feet, something like that. It's somewhere around there. And you can change this from the smooth ramping, like what I have on with that Enduro system. You can change it to step ramping, which is, I kind of like the smooth ramping. Not a lot of lights come with that, and it is pretty nice. Same thing with like the tactical strobe. You have the tactical strobe on here. This thing has a lot of cool stuff, and I mean it's a pretty high performance. You got your 3 Krees up top, and you can also get them with the Nichia emitters, the 219Cs, and that'll be, you can get warmer temperatures and all that good stuff. So this thing, I mean, as far as like a customizable light goes, this is it. And that's what I'm pretty excited about. I'm pretty excited to customize it. So I don't think there was a whole lot of other things that I didn't touch on. Just to give you an idea with the battery, let's just do this real quick. There we go. So with the battery, 7.7 ounces. Huge. This thing is huge. Not huge in the hand though, which I like, and it fits well. You see, it's pretty native. I don't know why I turned my back on. I was looking at the light, not at the scale. Man, yeah, I like it. I wish mine didn't have that one little sharp piece on the end. Let me see if I can grind that off. I'm definitely gonna have to get some tritium vials for this. Pretty stoked about that. I may even pick up like the Thai pocket clip. Pocket clip has crazy retention. I don't even know. I think the closest thing I've felt to the retention like aspect of this clip, I would compare this pretty closely to maybe the Arcfeld, and it's even a little bit stiffer than that. So if you have an Arcfeld, that'll give you an idea. It's pretty close to the rigidity. There we go. There is your Lumen 10, or your Lumen LM10 Lumintop. Words are a problem today, apparently. So yeah, this thing is sweet. Only thing I'm noticing that I don't like as I'm holding it is this pocket clip tends to wiggle a little bit, and I do have those hand tightened, so they're pretty, without over tightening them, they're pretty tight. So you get a little bit of wiggle on your pocket clip, but you can see the holes on here are a little bit oversized. That might be a little bit different if you go with the titanium clip. I don't know how it's milled or how it's cut out in comparison to the stainless clip that comes on this. So we'll find out in the future as I buy a couple more things for this light, because I am gonna buy a couple things for it. So sorry this video was astronomically long for no reason, because batteries. You get a new light, you have expectations you're going to use a certain battery, and then the battery don't work. So fun. Anyways, I'll put a link to this guy in the description below, at least for the one on Amazon that I found, and hopefully they still have the sale going on if you're interested in picking it up. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hit that like button if you enjoyed what you saw, and me utterly failing. And consider subscribing to the channel. I try to post as much as I can, and if there's anything you'd like to see, let me know. I like picking up new gear. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one.